Hey everyone, Andy here again with the Alexa XT, and now I want to talk a little bit about workflow with this new camera. As I said before, the camera records to these new Codex high-speed magazines. As you see here, you can still use S/S cards with an adapter, however. But when you record to this magazine, you have the ability to record in either ProRes, DNx, or ARRIRAW. Very cool options. And when you record to this magazine in ProRes or DNx, though, it's formatted as such, and it kind of acts just like a sort of big S/S card when you attach it to your computer. So very straightforward, very workflow like we've always had with S/S cards before. In fact, you can get a single dock for this system, this little puck here, single drive reader. Magazine goes in like so, and sort of like an iPhone dock there. Has USB 3 on the back and a power supply, and that's it. You also have the ability to use the dual dock reader here, which is a dual reader with a mini SAS interface for very fast transfers. Both are great options to have. However, when you're not recording in ProRes or DNx, as in when you're recording RAW to this guy, things start to change around a bit. Codex stores ARRIRAW in what they call a virtual file system, or VFS. This gives you tons of great options in post and really enables sort of the magic of the Codex system. By default, if you don't have any licenses from Codex, which is an extra option, the VFS just sort of generates for you when you attach this media to your computer, ARRI file stacks, as in it just takes the ARRIRAW files that are on the drive and shows them to you for you to download. So sort of normal raw operation, like always. However, when you turn on the licenses for the VFS, the Codex system really starts to do cool things, as in it enables you to specify what other formats you'd like to download at the same time, which is weird because just every raw file is on here, but the system can actually take that material and as it shows it to you, give you previews or visualizations of other compressions that you can make from it. Namely, you could tell it to make ProRes or DNxHD or DPX or QuickTime, various formats. And when you tell it to make that, it shows it to you as if it's on the drive. And when you go to download that content, it actually makes it for you. So it not only is the VFS giving you access to the data on the drive, but also it allows you to create other versions of the compression as you go. So very cool. That's what the VFS really does. But let's go check it out to see exactly what I mean on my computer. All right, so I'm at my computer now, and I have the Codex magazine with some ProRes content on it. So it's just a couple shots in ProRes I did in the camera. And I hooked up the little Codex single drive reader, the little puck here, via USB 3 to my computer, and I can go ahead and insert the magazine like so, and it lights up different colors, meaning that it's mounting. So let's go ahead on my computer here, and I'll capture and see what it does. So, and there it is, as an external drive magazine, like always. If you're used to seeing S/S cards, Alexa cards, you'd see this before. There you go, and inside there are the two ProRes clips, etc., playing like normal. So this is normal. This is how it works with the ProRes clips. Nothing really big needed. You do need some drivers and etc. installed, which are available for download, and I'll link to them below. But again, it's mounted up just like so. No big deal. However, with the raw material, we have a lot more cool options. So let's go back to the camera. I'll record 2 raw shots, and we'll check that out one more time. Okay, I'm back now with the ARRIRAW clips on the Codex magazine here. Again, I just formatted the drive and put 2 raw clips on there, ready to insert it into my same Codex dock. I could use the dual dock as well. Put it in there. Again, lights up nice and neat. And then I go to my computer here, and well, I don't see anything, nothing mounted. Well, I do have this thing called the Codex VFS on my desktop. I got that when I installed all the other software required for the system. Okay, well, if I look in there, what do I see? When I click on that, I do see, oh, there's the ARRI folder. What happened was, when I put the magazine in there, by default, it will populate this drive, this virtual drive that's created when I install the software, and it'll populate with the ARRI files. That's the raw data stack, right? Once I do that, that's great. So I can go into this ARRI stack and actually see all my raw clips, and here they are in ARRI format. Great, no problem there. But I want to go a little further than that. I can actually modify this default setting by using the Codex user interface. I'll go ahead and launch that. It's the Codex user interface. There we go. See it there. Connect to local server. That's a good thing. That's my local drive. And here I see the Codex user interface. It's kind of a small window. You can't make it any bigger. But you go to storage, and you'll see the USB dock. There it is. Go to main, I see my 2 clips. Here I can actually click on this little guy here, which is a little metadata viewer, and I can actually see the metadata of the clip and edit it even. So really cool. It's got all kind of stuff going on here, but there it goes. It's working well. So, but beyond that, that's the clips that I have in my RAW viewer, but I can actually go into the VFS configuration because I have the licenses here to do so, to add more sort of outputs of the VFS. I can go into setup here, go into VFS, and now I can see where I have my ARRI system, and beyond that I can add some more outputs, right? So I have, close this out so we can see it. I have the ARRI there. I want to instead now also add MOV as a file type, compression, ProRes 422, high quality, this looks good. And the file naming is all based on this extension up here, which says basically put it in a folder called extension, roll, shot, extension. Okay, that's fine for now. Check, save changes. Oh, look at that. Up here, the QuickTime files appear, the MOV files appear. Look inside there, and look, there are my files, and they kind of even play. Now, how did I get these files? Well, they're not really there. The raw file is there, and the system here is sort of generating these views of that raw material. Okay, that sounds cool. But it's not really there until I actually copy that material off, right? So at this point, though, I could just start copying the material off using a tool or just drag and drop even, and it would start actually making these versions for me. So the codec system is not only a downloading tool, it's also generating sort of dailies or proxies for me at the same time. Pretty cool. So that's that, but let's say I want to add some more stuff. Well, sure I can. I can go to Add, and let's say I want to have an MXF file in, I don't know, DNxHD. That looks good. Okay, cool. Save changes, and there it is again, the same two clips, now in MXF. Again, the naming is all set within this system, though. There's tons of other parameters here that I can play with, edit. I can choose a burn-in. I can choose burn in here, a LUT even, which I'll go over in the next section here, and a number of other things which make that even more powerful. So this system, again, the VFS is a very powerful system, lots of cool options, really excited to show it to you, and glad to see it in the Alexa. It's a huge option which adds a lot of versatility to when you're recording in RAW. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.